To this day, I still remember my biggest loss, and it was that day when I lost $10,000 in my first year of trading. Now thinking back, $10,000 might not seem like anything because I actually lose that amount on a trade right now on like a regular basis. But at that point of time, to a kid who was making $1,000 a month waiting tables, it meant a lot to him. So what happened was that I actually managed to flip $500 to $10,000 in a matter of a few days, right? So I was on a huge winning streak. I was like analyzing the charts using candlestick patterns, and I just got extremely lucky, right? For some reason, the market conditions were perfect. Everything lined up. So as a result, I just win trade after trade. Like no matter what I do, every single trade that I take, it actually works out. Like every single trade that I take just turns to gold magically for some reason. So I was on this huge winning streak, and as a result, I felt like I was genuinely the best trader in the entire world. I felt like I was unstoppable, and I felt like this winning streak would never ever stop, right? Because I'm so damn good at trading, so why the hell would I ever take a loss? So I keep on betting on the next trade with whatever I had on my account itself, right? So when my account grew to $5,000, I will bet $2,500 on the next trade rather than sticking to the standard risk per trade like 1% or 2% per trade. So I'll risk 2.5K, half of my account on the next trade, and as a result, I'll win it, right? For some magical reason, I wasn't even aware of lot sizing and risk management. I would just win the next trade magically, and then that account slowly grew to $10,000. So on that particular day itself, high impact news came out. So then I thought to myself, okay, you know what? Later on, when non-farm payroll actually comes out, I'm going to bet my entire account on it, right? I'm going to risk 10K so that I can make 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K. After all, what could go wrong, right? And if I do this, I can finally quit my job that I fucking hates. So what I did next is that before the news come out, I actually placed like a buy order right above the tight low range, and then I placed like a sell order right below the range as well, right? Hoping that if price shoots up 100 pips, I'll get tapped into the trade, and if price shoots down 100 pips, I'll also be tapped into the trade. After all, what could go wrong? Lady luck is on my side today. So what happened is that news come out, and it created like a whipsaw effect where price actually went up 50 pips or 100 pips, and then it started going down 100 pips as well, right? So as a result, I got triggered into both buy orders and sell orders, and because it was like so contradicting and stuff, my emotions start getting in the way because I wasn't sure where the market is actually going to go because of this huge whipsaw, right? I thought that, okay, you know what, maybe price is going to go up right now. But the next thing you know, price started trembling down and just collapsing. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe I should hold on to my sell position and close the buy order, right? So what I did next was that I actually closed the buy order, thinking that price is going to continue bearish. And then I look at my MetaTrader 4, I was like, holy shit, I was actually up like tens of thousands of dollars. But I was extremely greedy. I didn't want to close the trade because I wanted to be up 30K, 40K, 50K, so that I could genuinely just quit the job once and for all. But then next thing you know, 15 minutes later, after the news come out, after the market has really taken into account what just happened, price started shooting up like crazy. So my sell order ended up not even getting stopped out, but my entire account got margin called. So I watched as my account balance went from $10,000 to negative $10 or even like negative $100. I can't even really remember the exact amount. And when that actually happened, it changed everything. I literally stared at the monitor with my mouth just like this, wide open, looking as pale as a ghost, and all I could think about is what the fuck just happened. At that moment, it felt like I'm gonna jump off the building because I had literally just been the luckiest guy ever, turned $500 into $10,000, and I was about to use that money to quit my job and pursue freedom and travel the world. And now you're telling me that I'm back to square one, and the worst off is that I actually lost the initial $500 that I started with, right? So at that moment, I lost $10,000 that wasn't really mine to begin with. And I think it hurt so much, mainly because of the fact that it felt like I had just lost months of progress. And to me, I didn't just lose money alone. I lost faith, confidence in my trading abilities. So after I saw my account went into negative $100, I went onto my bed. I was so angry at the market. I started punching my pillow. I almost cried. I genuinely felt like this was it. Like I wanted to quit trading because of the fact that it just felt like one big gamble. And I thought to myself that if I continue down this path, I would eventually just lose all my life savings and end up with nothing. And guess what happened next? I decided to deposit another $500 from my bank account, which had less than $1,000 left, into my trading account and tried to go again. At that point of time, all I could think about is making back the money that I just lost. After all, I had just lost $10,000. Obviously, I want to make all of that back. And also, I was extremely angry at the market. So I started revenge trading. I started taking trades even though there's no clear opportunities whatsoever, mainly with the goal of trying to make as much money as humanly possible. Right? My ego pretty much blindsided me. I wasn't trading the market. I was trading what I believed the market was doing. And we all know that's just not how it works. So as a result, I lost that $500 and my bank account had less than $500 at that point of time. And it hurts so much. That day hurts so much till this day. I can still remember the ache within my heart that I felt on that particular day alone. And the next day, after I woke up from like a pretty bad sleep, I just started thinking about what went wrong. I started becoming really introspective and think about whether I should continue trading. As I stepped into abyss and just reflecting about what happened yesterday, all I could think about is what the fuck just happened? How did I lose $10,000, such a huge amount of money that I've never seen in my entire life in just one trade. At the same time, I was surprisingly optimistic as well because after all, I had literally just done $500 to $10,000. And that gave me the confidence to just continue pursuing trading, continuing mastering this skill set, perfecting the craft. So I started becoming really introspective. I took out my notebook and I started writing down every single thing that went wrong, every single mistake that I committed, every single step that I took that led me to the destination of actually losing everything. And that is when I realized exactly what went wrong, right? I was over leveraging my account. I didn't have any understanding of risk management whatsoever. I was just recklessly trading. I didn't have like a stop loss. I was just trying to scalp this small move with no clear sense of risk reward whatsoever. So I started listing down all of these mistakes. And most importantly, I started facing the demons within me. Why did I actually self-sabotage myself? And then I found out that it was linked to some form of trauma that I have faced in my childhood. I realized that I was giving profits back to the market because I felt like I didn't deserve that money. I felt like I was unworthy. So as a result, my self-image was just not right, and I realized that I had to fix that. I had to transcend myself into a trader who can actually manage capital in a very rational and logical manner. And I knew that in order for me to sustain in this game, in order for me to play the long game, I had to start learning about risk management. I had to start learning about capital management and how to actually risk 1% per trade, how to actually take trades with asymmetric risk to reward. So I went down into this rabbit hole of just starting about trading psychology and risk management. So yeah, that huge loss was a huge pivotal moment for me in my trading career. It led me to multiple paradigm shifts after that, where I started teaching retail concepts for market mechanics. I started learning about the mind and how to develop the mental edge. I started actually incorporating proper risk parameters into my trading itself. And yeah, all of these different paradigm shifts led me to who I am today. And it all stemmed from that one big loss. So I felt like that was genuinely the rite of passage to becoming a professional trader. And I feel like that's something that every single trader should encounter somewhere within their trading journey, right? Because I can sit here and tell you all these valuable lessons and spit wisdom into you, but you're not going to listen until you get burnt on your own. So yeah, bear in mind that I could have quit at the moment. I could have thrown a towel and just call it quits. But at that moment, I thought to myself, like, what's the alternative? If I quit trading right now, I had to go back to my miserable job. I will lose any chance of freedom that I can get, and I will be stuck in this mediocre life where I just couldn't accomplish what my heart truly wants. So why the fuck would I ever go back to that place? So I felt like there was genuinely no way out. It was either I figure this shit out or I die trying. There was no in-between whatsoever. I had to go all in. I didn't want to put one foot in, one foot out. I really wanted to go all in so that I can master this skill set, so that I can take back control of my life and just become free once and for all. So if you've ever blown an account or take a massive loss, just know that it's not the end. It's only the end if you stop showing up. As long as you continue to show up, you will eventually figure things out. Remember, these too shall pass. The good times, the wins, it will pass. The bad times, the losses, it will pass as well, as long as you learn from these losses. I lost 10K, but that day was the beginning of my real trading career. That 10K loss taught me discipline more than any winning streak ever could. It forced me to build a system, learn how to manage risk properly, and finally treat trading like a profession, not a game.